go through. We're live,
All right, we got 11:30. If you would, start filing in and getting a seat. I know.
Can I crawl in behind you?
Let's see if we can maneuver in here. yellow flag you put on the bike.
There's a whole row.
Can we sit there though? Yeah. Let's go down on that side. Yeah, let's just go down there.
There's a whole row of cars in here. Put some duct tape on. Chairs up here. Mary.
Hey! No, I left mine. No, I'm good. I'm good. Mine's on the dash of the car. Wires has been important.
Grab one. Omāēqnomenēweqnaesen. Mishik yosa ito. Waiwanen kitanani mua. Yos. Stanotama sikimaka yos. Omāēqnomenēweqnaesen. Technical difficulties. All right. We apologize for the late start here, you guys, but I can't be more happy to have everyone here, man. It's really I want to go ahead and we want to do this right. We asked our brother here to come on in this morning and open this up with some good words and to set this up. My brother here, Pokachka, and I, we've been running this Mihikan for a long time, this language revitalization, and I'm very honored. I know he's busy, he's a director, he's a legend. Making time to come here today and make this event everything that it can be. And when I call him up, I want to also thank him, for his brotherhood. We've been through a lot of things, man, over the last 20 years, trying to better the language situation. We started out together in, I believe it was the year 2000 or 2001, with a grant that was received by the Historic Preservation Office to bring on language trainees, and every brother been through a lot of stuff, man, teaching in the schools, teaching at MLCC, and I really appreciate his patience with me. I was a youngster when we met. He was a little bit older than me, and he always took the time to teach me things as I was going through, whether it was in the woods, ceremonial stuff, and then in the same way, with language stuff, I was always able to help him a little bit, and together we made a heck of a team, man, and we started the language immersion here 8 years later doing something like this. So I want to invite my brother up, Pachika. Pianin, na watch coffee nun, kom kasama na to, kimasamasan wak, koko masamin wak, wana up mini, na watch achimin nun.
Boy, I don't know whether to cry or to speak or what there. I've never had anybody introduce me like that before. No, match Waiwanen, Mukshakwet. Waiwanen Katanani Mo, only way of a yos, case be a dia, and it's small chasing a Iowasni, stand at them. You got to put Chamona, a higher, Kasam monito. So patch so animal, Mao nanny walk, Madamo suck. So patch says to we are. Yom kako e hio se kihi. So patch wakey yom e kawa ko mene wa ske te hawe ho Menomini ke ta seit na sewen. Peter we kinakon he se what you cow we come e mao ni kako ke ta se te tu e ho ko Omāēqnomenēweqnaesen e makana. Mesia hene te taka sewen so catch no kiwa aya ke shayankok mo shakwet. Mao nature Omāēqnomenēweqnaesen madamo so ha mishikta kenichi onominawak so patch kakena mahmet se kako Omāēqnomenēweqnaesen mao kaise se ni catch kakena mo yope ta mesia hene mesewen mishikta mao me ni ko awa se tu mao nichi ono kenichi onominawak So mahno so in it kakenaman wane ayawe tu a komnichi yana Omāēqnomenēweqnaesen no ta patch pimohne tu tanano kesikatan e hiosakihi waiwanan match waiwanan katanan metse kako and it goes menikeya hayakis hiosakihi mashikta hiyo Omāēqnomenēweqnaesen Mesia hene na puokian so patch kakiki te tua kom nichi ana nature Omāēqnomenēweq so panani patch pe mata simokat e hiosa kihi ha metse kako kois kuchemonen haya mama o kohneno kino oia so patch kanapomia so patch so anoto ia so patch pe mata sia mao ne wia kiope hios in it. So asking for all those good things, right, for my two brothers here, Omāēqnomenēweqnaesen and Kashayanko. You know, they worked really hard during the pandemic to get this all moving. It came from just a thought. It came from just some conversation. And then here we are today, each and every one of us taking part in the groundbreaking that's going to happen here today. All the conversations that took place, all the laughs, all the tears, many years it took us to get to this point. You know, there was a time not too long in our history where language was spoken openly everywhere. No matter where you went, families spoke it, elders, men and women, the children. That wasn't too long ago in our history. And I don't think negative by it, but just the facts of our history for our tribe. When the Catholic Church came in and Catholicism came in, we saw the erosion and the destruction of our tribal language, our way of life, our spirituality. We saw those things happen, and that wasn't too long ago either. So a long time to get our people to understand that our language is who we are. It's a breathing, living piece of who we are as Omāēqnomenēweq, as Menomini people. Kayus mamache tawak nakwa would say. The ancient people of this land, that's who we are. And our language deserves to live openly and freely, not only in our classrooms, not only in our buildings, but in the stores, in the banks, in the casino, in the gas stations. Everywhere we go, our language has that birthright to be spoken and to be heard by our children and our people. And so that's why so many of us are so supportive and so happy of what's going on here. Through the help of Menomini organization and all their hard work, we're able to turn that tide once again. We're taking another step further to reclaiming our language being spoken in open air, normalizing it, renormalizing our language on our land, Omāēqnomenēweqnaesen. And so that's why we're so proud today. We're being as supportive as we absolutely can, standing there with our brothers and our sisters, walking with them, working with them. So I wanted to share those few things because some of our children that are here are teenagers. They don't quite realize sometimes the importance of our history, of our language, how we almost lost it, our culture and our traditions. And then now, how close we are to reclaiming all of that, having that once again back here in the open air where it should be for our children. Not only learn, but to speak and to be proud, Omāēqnomenēweq, proud Menomini people. So again, I say waiwanan to Kashayanko, to Omāēqnomenēweq, to the Menomini yoU board, to the staff of Menomini yoU, and of course to each and every one of you here and those that couldn't make it, for being so supportive of the efforts being put forward by Menomini yoU, one of our most favorite organizations. So waiwanan Omāēqnomenēweq.
Nahalka, waiwanan, pakachaka, next case no watch. Kapikitian, Hayalian, and Yosiope. Now I want to go ahead and turn this over to some of our brothers here, Mr. Omāēqnomenēweqnaesen. These guys scurry around the Menomini and they help our young guys start to sing. And today we have with us the guys that they work with over at the Menomini Indian High School. Refer to themselves as Scud Nation. You know, just to be up front, Scud Nation can hold it down, man. Big ups to these guys, and our guys are gonna go ahead and sing with them today. So if you guys would go ahead and hit us with a whiskey na calm one. I hope. Nahawawanan Scud Nation. So, as every good effort requires, centered and grounded in the work, and so Menomini yoU is different in that respect. We've got an amazing board that always comes through for us and keeps us honest, keeps us, guided in the right direction. Members and continuing board members to come on in and share. If you Omni reservation anytime between its sorry 1986 those years, and has made an impression on all kinds of us in this community. And when we were trying to decide about people that would be instrumental in helping us through this process, her name kept coming up. We asked her, and she has been with us every step of the way since. And so, Miss Gina Wapanuki, if you would come on up and offer some words to the good people gathered here today.
Wawanan, Omāēqnomenēweqnaesen. Omāēqnomenēweqnaesen. Menomini tan and yope. Mashik Gina Washnawatuk. Natotam Kane. Initsky Wakian. Omāēqnomenēweqnaesen. Akamia Mawase Pe Kasitna. What I said was, hello everyone. It is good to see you all here today. My Menomini name is Wapanuki, given to me by my grandfather. I was born early in the morning and he named me Dawn Woman, Wapanuki. I'm also known as Gina Washnawatuk. I come from the Eagle clan and I live in our great nation of the Menominis in our original homeland, across the Wolf River here in Kashina. I would like to welcome all of you to our Menomini yoU groundbreaking celebration. But before I go any further, we have some dignitaries that I would like to acknowledge. Members of our Menomini tribal legislature here, and I would like to take a moment and have them stand. They are our leaders for our Menominee Nation, so would you please stand if you are here among us. I know we have our chair, Gina Kakak here. Thank you for coming and being a part of this celebration. I would also like to acknowledge that Senator Tam, the things we are doing here. So I would like to thank them for that. Menomini yoU is a nonprofit organization which began forming in around 2020 for the revitalization and reclamation of our Menominee language. I am as one of our board of directors for Menomini yoU. There are 5 of us. I would like to mention by name the other board members that serve with me. Mochuin, Jamie Owanape, I think she's here. Would you stand and wave? Watnawe, Ben Greeno, are you here? Oh, there it is in the back. And 2 of our board members that couldn't be with us today, Sasan Nisa Piausi, Jennings, and James Ashkishko. They could not be also part of our board. I had an opportunity because I also sit on Board of Education for the Menominee Indian School District, and we went to the National Indian Education Association conference in Albuquerque just a couple weeks ago. And the session of the conference, this couple from Hawaii got up and addressed language, their native language in Hawaii. And as he spoke, and he spoke so beautifully, and so you were so inspired by the things he said. And one of the things he said that I'll carry with me all the time is he said, you know, and it's sometimes how when somebody says something, maybe I've heard it before. And he said, our language has a spirit. And I probably heard that before, but it hit me in my heart that at that moment. And I thought, there is no doubt in my mind that the spirit of the Menominee language spoke and moved Mushakwit to Shiankut. And their energy, they put their minds of their hard work. So I want to say natural well and to the both of you. I also want to take a moment and acknowledge those of you who were moved by the spirit of our language before the inception of Menomini yoU. Pakachika Wawanan, our inception of Menomini yoU. yoU. JT, yoU, for learning our language. Nakwa, yoU, for learning our language. Dennis, thank you for learning our language. Movement of Menomini yoU. And you are an important piece in saving our language. And as a former teacher for the Menominee Indian High School, I look out and I see many of my students. And it makes me very proud to see that you have stepped up and you learn the language so that you can go and teach our young ones the Menominee language. Thank you, Match yoU, for doing what you do. Let's all celebrate and remember and know that the spirit of our language is in each and every one of us. And the spirit of our ancestors are with us today as we celebrate and break ground for our Omāēqnomenēweqnaesen campus building home place. Natanawimakanak.
So nature man Omāēqnomenēweqnaesen, Natanawimakanak, say to it, be attached to it. The man in it is the Maoni Wea, Shankop, the Takam, Bishop Burton Warrington, and as we see it. Last time the Totam Maui, the Kata Achiman, the Omoske, Sachakawi, Achiman. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Shankop, or Burton Warrington is the other name I have. But I'm gonna talk today a little bit about the story of how this came to. An event like this, when you start naming people, you inevitably leave people out. So I'll try to make it through. There's just so many people involved in this, but the best way is probably to do the story of it. So I heard this saying a while back. Today's actions are tomorrow's history. At some point, what we're doing here is just going to be a distant thought in the past, and there's so many things that happened in the past to put us in our moment in time today. So really grateful, like Wapanuki mentioned, all the people for so many years that kept preserving the language and keeping it alive to be where we're at today. And all we're trying to do is move Boulder a little bit farther up the hill, and someday collectively we'll get there. So back in 2020, the pandemic had just hit, and Mashaka and I we were up visiting most of the time up till like 2-3 in the morning. I think both of our wives got pretty mad. You talking to Ronco again? We got to figure it out. There were some people that believed in us early and often, and one of them's here is Nora Flood back there. Her and another friend of ours, Jody Archambault, they said, well, what are you guys trying to do? Said we're trying to run a language pilot online, and they give us a pilot grant to start that. We ran it through the Boys and Girls Club with Ron Senior was up at the Boys and Girls Club, and we had about 12 to 15 people participate online for a year with us. So in that time, we got organized as a 501c3 Wisconsin nonprofit, and we got through the first year, and we were talking class again. Yeah, let's do it. What are we shooting for? Well, maybe we'll double. We'll get maybe 25 people, and that's kind of our goal. We ended up opening up our online enrollment. We had 245 people. And we were like, all right, now what do we do? We have to start building, but maybe we thought it was a fluke. Maybe it was the first wave, and then we got to this 2022. Same thing. 250 people signed up, so we said, all right, well, we got to keep doing this. There's a demand for it. Well, at that time, we realized that we needed space. We didn't have the space to grow as an organization, so our board, through discussions, they said, well, what do you want to do? And they kind of green lighted, go and start figuring this out, figure out a plan. So that was around the spring of 2022. And, our first challenge was, where do we build it? There's not a lot of open land up here for development, things like that. And we had identified a couple properties, and one of them being where we are today. And, it took us quite a while. I want to recognize Ken Bum Fish. He believed in what we were doing, and we may have taken a fishing trip out to the middle of the lake, where I wouldn't drive him back to the shore unless we figured out that we were going to do this. But in all honesty, like, him and my dad were really close friends, and it took time. Like, things just don't happen overnight. But after we visited enough, he knew what we were trying to do here. So we got that done. We acquired this land 13 months ago, and then we're like, all right, we're going to start building a building. Start talking to more people like this early. Two of the main funders, Impact Assets and Eco Fund, believed in us really early in the process. So, we were still trying to develop our plans. So we talked to yoU, our friends over there. They had done Omāēqnomenēweqnaesen, or some people know it over there. So we engaged them onto our team to start dreaming up what this place could be. And we got Mach 4 civil engineers on board with us to start trying to figure out how all of this comes together. So that was September, October last year. By December, we ended up doing some community feasibility work with Baker Street. They're here. I want to thank them for their work. And then at that point, we're like, all right, now we got a plan. How are we going to pay for it? And we just keep building the plane as we're flying. But again, people believed in what we were doing. We were able to secure some funding for that to get off the ground. And then by the summer, we ended up engaging Miron Construction, who's also here with us. So we got surrounding us, and that's how we get here. Is none of us get here alone. There's a strong team of people that are working on the development side on this. See our USDA rural development team here. There's a lot of just so many people. I hate to start name dropping because you inevitably leave people out. But and then there's the internal team. Nemo, Omāēqnomenēweqnaesen, Weskus, Anametic, Watapakatuki, Nisan, Wawasmokwa, Kesakuki. There's just been so many people involved. On the founding board with us. It takes a big team to pull this off, and really be part of it. It's always a good thing. A small part of something big rather than a big part of something small, and that's how I feel here. Got some responsibilities, but it definitely takes a whole team. And then where's my guy Nemo? So while he's setting that up, the last part that we overlook sometimes is kind of jokingly it was about our wives and our families. They sacrifice too. So just want to give a shout out to all of the families of everybody involved, because there's time away from our families and things of that nature. So my wife and son and one of my daughters is here, and just Omāēqnomenēweqnaesen, keep up on it. Make it pretty brief, but we do have a walkthrough of how the building is going to look, and not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but we want to be able to show the community here what we're doing, and kind of putting our intentions out into the air. We're working on this. The project's going to kick off in the next couple weeks. We'll start clearing here, and we're projected to be done by next July. So what you're seeing here is an entry to the building. It's going to be a 10,000 square foot facility. Going to have classroom space, so open community space, office space, kitchen, boardroom, some outdoor space, and it's going to be a place where language is going to be the default language used in this campus eventually, once we can get there. And that's the goal that our board set out for us. It's the goal that leadership set out, is that we are going to operate every day in today's world in our language, because we can do that. We've done it before, but it takes a lot to get there. So again, we always say, language revitalization. Some people will recognize Menomini yoU now, but this has been going on a long time. We're just a small part of something much larger, and there's always community need. When we see a challenge, we try to help find a solution for it, and that's what Menomini yoU does. There's so much awesome stuff going on here to be excited about, including we hear the construction across the road every day, and there's so much to be excited about in the community. So we're just want to again thank everybody that came, that took the time out of their day, and I want to turn it over to yoU to kind of bring this thing to a close and kind of keep things moving. But just again, with 10,000 square foot facility, it's going to have 2 classroom spaces, a lot of community cultural space that is going to be open to the community. To if you want to talk Menominee, come hang out. It's going to be a place where it's used, but we don't want it to just be here. We want that to then reverberate out into the community. So it's just again, it's not the solution. It's a part of a much bigger community plan. So appreciate you all coming.
Oh, man, I sat down. I tried to put my thoughts down, and I don't know. I don't have a train of thought for this, you guys. So I apologize. I'm not gonna take too much time, but it's good to see Nohnat Nikia here. Nikotsimao, Nosasa, Namatamosim, Nokoma. Wawanim Kitan anymore, Menomini. Thank everybody for coming out here today to see what's going on in our direction over here. This has been a long time. I mean, some of you guys came in and seen you guys, and it's like, it's happening. It's happening. I can't believe it. One guy said, I remember taking a ride in a van with you 8 years ago or something, and you're talking about something like this, and then you could have a guy like Bokachika, and we could say, holy man, I remember dreaming. You guys, this is what I want to tell you is our fellow tribesmen around the state, they'll joke with us and they'll call us me no money, right? Me no money, that's what Menominee means. And so this is what's happening here is like the banter when me and the bros would sit around and say, if I ever won the lottery, I would. This is what it's been like to have Kishayankot do the work that he's done his whole life, and then to kind of divert their attention to the language, to the tribe. Pretty wicked, man, pretty wicked. Didn't even get to the tough part yet here, so I didn't want to go through this and not talk about the elders that took time to sit with me in their house, in their homes. These are to me, these are not people that only exist on tape. These are people that I sat and I had conversations with them in their living room. So if you would, let me read through this list. I think about Lavina, Sawanuki, Tilly or Kekewahwaniaki, Joe Beaver, Nipanita, Larry Atahiman Tamal, Sarah Wapachuan, Skubitz, and Marianne Martin, Machapedo, Manyan, Stella Pitatnoe, Big Fire, her sister Rose, Virginia Sakatuki Sanakazik, Earl Nanahituk Westcott, Bill William Panay, Omatamosiman M, Cynthia Gauthier, Flora Munoz, Margaret Tamal, Elsie Stevens and Teresa, her sister Teresa, Steve Wiesanaquit-Askinet, Francis Ashkenani, Chummy Maskiewit, Waymatun Buddy, and Shalene LaRock. And then, you know, that's not including the ones that bump into in the community and stuff, but I did not want to do this and not mention those people who took the time. You know, I got lots of stories I could share about all of that, but I appreciate them. You know, I wanted to took us some, you know, and just to bring this home a little bit, you guys, very honored to have been the inaugural immersion trainee instructor for Menominee Language and Culture Commission by way of the tribe. Very proud of the work that we've done with my former students, not only in but also as a high school student, Mr. Luke Otachi Abisa, who has grown into his boots very well. He's now a bona fide linguist, certified by UW-Madison. So congratulations, Otachi. We also started to lay the groundwork for the daycare immersion program, which evolved into the chartered immersion school. Very proud of Kekena Wapatet, all the way from birth to now 6-7 years old. So big ups to that as well. And during that process, you guys, we would have a lot of people apply for the jobs that we had, and we had very few. I started to think, man, this is sort of an exclusive opportunity. You know, good for the 6 who got a job, not so good for the 36 that we had. In the schools, we opened immersion schools. They said at one point we had about 20 some odd spots in the immersion classrooms. But we had like 120 on the waiting list. Again, great for the 20 some, not so great for the 120 that were sitting on the waiting list. How do we open the language up so that it is not this exclusive opportunity? This is what we're trying to do. Through all the work that we've done, I was a teacher in the school system. I'm proud to say that we've now trained people. Anybody who's working in the school now is a student that has gone through the training program. I'm very happy about the immersion programming. I'm very happy about all this stuff. What I'm hoping that we do is we teach the language right out of needing to be taught. That this becomes something that you know, that it goes on its own. We bring it back to the home. It isn't something that, oh, he's a speaker. It's like, yeah, people here speak their language. You know, this is what we're going for. And to sort of wind this down, there was a person on that elder list that I didn't mention. And you know, when I moved back to the reservation, and I think I was 11 or 12 years old. No, yeah, something like that. In 7th grade, I met a lady named Lillian Watsichiwan-Nelson. And the kind of energy that I was exhibiting as that old, a lot of people didn't have the patience for that. And, boy, I'm glad she did. I'm glad she did. She seen something with me and made me feel like I had a purpose. By way of her, this is how I get to know these other people that I read off. And without her continued love, guidance, and support, I wouldn't be here. I know that. Maybe this would happen, I don't know, but I wouldn't be here. So it's with great honor that I announce to you today we are going to be naming this the Lillian Watsichiwan-Nelson Language Campus, man. That was the most difficult thing here that I had to say. Hats off to the team of Menominee U, man. I'm getting kind of old now, I think, for on the res. We got a team of guys that knows how to connect with the community, that's done a great job for us. Very excited about today, tomorrow, and what the future looks like. If everyone would please, we're going to go ahead and shuffle on outside and get in front of that big billboard and do the kind of ceremonial thing. Waiwanin kitana ni moa, netano e makuno.
Oh, thank you, babe.
Very smart.
I know.
I feel like it was over.
Good stuff, bro. Long ways to go yet, but we're getting there.
How do you do that? So, yeah. Oh, the bathroom back there.
For real?
Yeah.
My aunt was in it.
Yeah.
Think of all that. Unless you guys have had fun up in New York City.
Now I'm really dirty. Yeah.
Go rob you guys.
That is cool. You're going? She gets it.
Well, hey, and that backed out. My baby. I don't know. She said plus 40 after going from Darcy from going either. Why? She can sit there.
Where's Weskus? We'll get some good pics of this. All in.
Well, you can roll up in there. I thought we were always in charge of photos.
Yeah.
We did. And then I had to move the cat. We're in the bathroom.
Sumika nun. Sure we got enough.
That'll loosen it up and tighten it.
I gotta match waist. Okay. Be nice, me. Alright. Kino? Kino, make one! Good pick. Come on. Come on. All right, ready? You got to sneak, you know. Watch it. Come on. Hey, hobby. Okay. All right.
Check out the video scrolling. There's some sandwiches up there, some cookies, got some refreshments. Waiwan and Kitana Nimua.
You guys
Yeah, you got.
try it.
Yeah, we got Acta. There's a. All right. Nice and warm in the sun.
That's
Wow,